Hello, everyone. We are live. Okay, so hello, everyone, and welcome. So, today we are going to talk about how to optimize your website for ChatGPT, AI overviews, SEO ranking, and I'm going to reveal dead simple SEO tactics that you already know to rank in these AI platforms, and it is 2 years tested and proven for all the plumbing and HVAC business. So yeah, let's get started. So as I said, we are going to speak majorly about the two things. And imagine this, like, there are thousands of things to do in SEO. Okay. And what if you got to know two things that are actionable, that you can take an action just today, and that is going to give you the major leverage at the same time. Isn't that exciting? So let's talk about these two things, major things, and then uh, try to implement that back to your website. So yeah, I just need your attention and be there for this next 30 minutes to 60 minutes, and this is going to be one of your best time investment to change the dynamics of your plumbing and HVAC business. If you stay till the end, I have something exciting offer for you that I'm going to reveal. So let's keep it going, and hope you are going to be there, the one who is going to take this gift. So yeah, first of all, who am I and why should you listen to me? So let's talk about this. Is my team. I do run Rank Me Top, which is a plumbing and HVAC digital marketing agency. We are not just digital marketing agency, but a growth partner for companies like you. And I do have 31 team member at the moment. And yeah, let's keep it going. So this is one of the major thing that I am at the same time proud of. And we do have SEO research lab here at Rank Me Top, and this lab is not just like they we when it comes to implementing SEO tactics that really works for your business. We are not just reading some other blog and then trying to make things up here and there, and then try to implement things that are not tested, that are not proven, and that is not done and based on the research. We are implementing things that is research based, and that's for that reason we do have our lab over here on. And yeah, so things gets tested from here and then gets implemented back to the business. Okay, so yeah, and I'm also the author of this book, 90-day SEO roadmap for plumbing and HVAC business, where I have revealed all my the company process, the system template, and how you can leverage your next 90 days to implement the right strategies to your business so that you can get more leads, more booked job, and more revenue and profit for your business. So yeah, let's keep it going. And question for you: what is the hardest part when it comes to marketing your plumbing and HVAC business? Let me I'm also reading things from here. So yeah, and let's see who has any questions. So okay, so they say it's a lead problem. Some are saying unable to book the job. Some are saying uh, Okay, client ghosts. Yeah, these are all different things. So yeah, there is a problem, and at the same time, there are multiple opportunities too. And like let's talk about few of the opportunities when it comes to getting more leads, when it comes to getting more ranking and visibility. So yeah, and now the major problem, why do you think it is a major problem? It's because there are so many options, there are so many things, and people, companies are not aware of where to invest their budget, okay, where to invest their money. And because there is YouTube, there is Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, AI overview, ChatGPT, perplexity, whatnot, and things are getting confusing. At the same time, like if you evolve along with the AI, you are not going to fail. If not, the failure is the next step now, because of the multiple different things at the same time. If you could tap into, opportunity is the next thing for you. So now let me share few of the real the case studies, real research done, and the insights from there. Okay, so this is one of the research done by HRF, and or let's say rather than research, it is their own data. And it has said that like the data is saying that they are getting 23 times higher conversion from people who are coming through ChatGPT, AI overviews, and those kinds of LLM things compared to over traditional SEO. So isn't this exciting? The AI is just evolving, and the customer coming in from the AI and platforms like that, there is 23 times higher conversion than people coming from traditional method, the Facebook, the traditional Google, and those kinds of traffic. So it is just amazing. Time is just coming up, guys. So we need to buckle up, and then actually start making action based on like what really matters at the moment and what really works. So now few minute, the all my presentation is going to be really based on the data. So be attentive, keep your focus around. And we are after this, like all the recommendation that I'm going to give you, and everything is based on the data. Okay, it is not just like, hey, like there is just a talk, but there is no proof behind. That's not gonna work. So there is data, so be there. Okay, so this data says that estimated LLM versus organic search value. Okay, so this is a research done by Ashim Ross, and if you see here, this green line, this is a large language model value. This is LLM, this is AI, ChatGPT, and all of these things. Whereas this line, if you see here, this one, the below one, it is the traditional search. If you see here, this is the total LLM value, this is the total search, and like the overall value that any business is getting from a LLM is going exceptionally well. It is on a positive curve. At the same time, the value that business is getting on a from a traditional organic source is going down. So this is number one data that is saying us loud and very clear, hey, it's a time that we should start focusing on the LLMs. Okay, it is the time we should start focusing on the chat GPT and AI overviews rankings. And the another data here is chat GPT citations by website category. This is also from the ACM Ross. And if you see here, the business slash services are 50% of the times cited by chat GPT over education, community, e-commerce, and blog and content and those kinds of things. Now who are you guys? The plumbing and HVAC business owners. Who are you? You are the guys into service business. And that means ChatGPT gives recommendation 50% of the times for a like the service. So that means you guys are the one that needs to be there on the top of the game, right? So like this data itself, this insight itself is like much more valuable than entire presentation. Now even if I stop my all presentation right from here, that's gonna already be the worth the time that you have put in. the worth the effort and all that. So because the service business are the one they are getting prioritized, and if you being into the service industry, if you are not evolving, if you are not exploring ChatGPT and LLMs ranking as your option, I don't know, how you gonna survive. So just start implementing that, start prioritizing that, start being, like, don't get behind by your thinking, hey, the chat gpt and then all of these are, the same as the traditional organic source, same as the other method of the marketing. No, this is not okay. So be there. The next insight I am going to share is, this is also from the SEMrush and most cited domains in Google AI overviews. Number one, Quora, and number two, it is Reddit. Okay, so the Quora, Reddit, and if you don't know, Reddit is, the part of the Google itself, and then rest of the other thing, YouTube and multiple other things are coming up there as well. Okay, so now it's a time, I'll try to relate these two topic back later as well. So let's remember, Quora, Reddit, and these are the major platforms there. Okay, so let's try to see the insights from href. Okay, so AI overviews top 10 mentioned shares are Wikipedia and YouTube and Reddit, again Quora, as per them. Okay, so let's scroll, let's go to the next step. And here, this is another research done by another company, the Google AI overview percentage share of the top website. If you see here, the number one, it is YouTube. After YouTube, next thing is again Reddit, 21 percentage of the share. Okay, and if you see here, after the Reddit, the next is the Quora. Okay, so now let's see. I am now going to show you some of the results of the plumbing and HVAC business that we have already helped them ranking in ChatGPT, the AI overviews, Perplexity, Gemini, and all sorts of things, so that like things are working, so that you can start bringing this action into the implementation. And this is one of our client CPI service, and this is the overall Perplexity result. And for this one, it is here ranking in the number one. Okay, and here commercial plumbing San Jose, this is my client CPI service here. Okay, so if you see here, this is ChatGPT for a best this different set of the prompt, best leak detection service in San Jose. This is my client here ranking in the ChatGPT. And if I go here, so this is the another query. This is my client here, CPI service. And if you see here, this is my client ranking in the AI overview. This is another faucet installation. And if you see here, I don't know if you can see this clearly or not, but this is 9 hours ago, if you see there. Okay, and ranking in the AI overviews. And if you see here, this is another case study. If you see here, this is another one. If you see here, this is another one. If you see here, this is 20 hours ago. That means the change, the let's say, let's put these these insights to an action item, which is used to take 6 months to start. So 3 to 6 months easily to start, so some improvement and ranking in the Google organic. Now 9 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours, this is the time frame, guys, that we are already starting to see the results. Okay, so again, this is the same client, this is the same client here within 20 hours, and this one within 20 hours next result. And if you see here, this is in the Gemini, the same kind of change we are seeing. This is here 5 days ago. Let me try to zoom in here, see, 5 days ago. So this is there. And if you see here, this is another one. This is one of my another client's message, and he says he has started to get leads from the Grok. Okay, so this is another platform, another AI system, just like the ChatGPT, if you do not know, by Elon Musk. So yeah, it's there. Every business have started to get leads from ChatGPT, from Gemini, from Grok, and those kinds of things. So this is another client. He says, I have started to get lead from Gemini AI for multiple different industries as well, not just the plumbing and HVAC too. Okay, so they all clients are starting to all like the every businesses are starting to get leads from multiple different platforms, whereas we are only for the plumbing and HVAC industry, and all our plumbing and HVAC industry client, of course, they are there. Okay, and this one I will show you one quick example as well here. Okay, so here Sumitra have had sent the overall our wins to the client, and then 88% improvement in the organic and all of these things. And this is the message from the client itself, guys. This is not we reporting to the client, but client itself is saying, great job, we are starting to see more leads come through, seems to be working, because we are focusing on to the right thing, and it works, right? So that's there. And now let's come to the meat and potatoes of these things, how to achieve this, how to make sure these things happens and this thing works for your own business too. Okay, let me show you this. And I'm here right now, guys. Let me know in the comment if my next screen is visible to you guys or not. If visible, just give me the one. And till here also, do you have any question? Let me know. I'm just quickly checking in the question before we move into the next step of this presentation. Okay, so yeah, I do see few of the questions. And by the way, let me read. Hold on, yeah, these question that I'm already going to share in the next presentation. It is how to achieve this. Okay, that was the question. So let me see if there is any other thing. Okay, so yeah, it looks like I can now go and present the next step. So yeah, this, let me go to Google. Okay, so here, and I'm right now in the incognito mode. So incognito mode means I don't have any other history of the previous search. So let me go here, search plumber in San Jose. Okay, so if I go here, now try to remember for a quick second the previous top 3, top 2, wherever, like we have looked into the research paper, research from HREF, HMRS, and multiple other companies, and all the recommendation and cited were Reddit, Quora, and YouTube, and those kinds of things, right? So let's see, the plumber in San Jose is one of the keyword. Now it is same either wherever, whichever location you are in from. Just I'm giving an example of the San Jose. Okay, so now this the other client that I have shared with you. This client, I'm going to take a reference from this project itself. Okay, so plumber in San Jose. Okay, for this query, if you see here, this is the number one. This is the number one result that is ranking in the organic. Okay, and the second result, it is here Reddit, and then another result it is here if you see Quora. Okay, so now let's try to see, this is here as well. This client, the CPI service is already there in this one. So if you see here, this is the CPI service here in the same, the Yelp source, which probably you already know. Yelp is one of the the major leverage that every plumbing and HVAC business can take from. Okay, and another query, if you see here, best affordable plumbing service in San Jose. So if you see here, this is the Reddit query, and if I go here and try to see CPI service, they do a great work. So this is our client. So we are completely there in the Reddit too. Now let's try to see another query here. Okay, so this is the Quora, and if you see here in the Quora as well, which is the best plumbing in as well, the which is the best plumber in San Jose, CA. So for this one as well, in this thread as well, we have our client CPI service there. Okay, and let's try to see another result. So if I scroll down here, also let's try to say this one, just move to San Jose, any plumbing service you recommend. And if I go here, any plumbing service you recommend, see, this is the answer, this is the advice. And if you go to click here CPI service, this is our client. Fantastic. That's the game, you need to be playing, guys. Try to replicate this thing, system and process into your business. Okay, So if I go here again, so if I scroll down here, now multiple other companies have also started to, talk about their brand, their business, and all those kinds of things. And then again, if you see here, CPI service is worth it. And another exciting thing, this thread, we created this thread, guys, in like 3 months. It's been 3 months that we have created this thread, and we completely control the Reddit thread, we completely control the Quora thread. And this is the game that you need to be playing. This is what I'm talking about. Now, as with this client, we are just starting out. And then now when this client ranking improves into, into a better position, that means the client will be here in the map pack too. Okay, and then they are all here in this one. And if we just could outsmart this other competitor, our client will be here in this one as well, our client will be here in this one as well. That means we are going to dominate this query in the complete SERP. In previous example, I have already shown you how we have already dominated in the ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, and those kinds of things. So this is the game you need to be playing, because every research is showing Quora, Reddit, those kinds of things are the most, the cited sources. So you need to control these things. There is a chance, there is a potential, there is a possibility you can do that. You just need to know the system, you just need to have the process built in, and then you'll be able to improve the ranking. So this is the process behind all the amazing great results that I have had shown you previously. Okay, this is the process. Now, this is external authority. As I said, we are going to talk about the two things. Number one, it is, we have already talked, this is the external authority part. So start becoming yourself as an authority sources, not only within your website content, but from the external sources like this. And we are not just limited to Reddit and Quora, though in our process we do multiple other things, but you can start with the Reddit and Quora, and also at the same time you can start with the YouTube video creation and all those kinds of things. Because now Google, ChatGPT, AI overviews, all these things do not only prioritize the business and the big brands, they do prioritize the micro influencers. That means the individual plumber, individual owners like you. These system prioritize those smaller contributors, those smaller creators. Okay, and now you need to start building your momentum, you need to start getting things right into the process, build the system so that you can outsmart the competitors easily. This is the external authority part. Now let me share second thing, let me share the next part, which is the internal authority. Okay, the internal authority you can achieve by two things, and in this one we are going to majorly talk about the technical part, because in the previous webinar I have covered the content part, and the technical part is schema. Schema is really working well for us, guys. Try to replicate what we are doing so that you can get better business, better ranking, better visibility for your business too, because I'm going to show you some of the process how we do it the right way. And now let me show you this. Okay, so I am here, let me go to, these are all the multiple different service areas, and let me open this, let me go to validator, and these are the tools. The schema or schema.org is officially from the Google. So all the the, if it is there is zero error, zero warnings, meaning you are already doing good things. And now let's talk about the other internal details. So this is a plumber schema. Many business just do implement the local schema or business schema, and it's not that effective, because local business meaning it could be any other thing, the lawn mower, the landscape, the dentist, whatnot, everything is the most of the other industries are also into the local business. But when you say, when you implement the plumber schema, it means Google understands, okay, you are the actual plumbing and HVAC guys that you need to be, like, so that Google has a more information or a more, let's say, the context behind who you are, and then it prioritize your ranking. So these are all the keywords that this client wants to rank for. So you should start implementing these kinds of the stuff into your business too. These are all other the Yelp, the other ng list, and all these different lists that I have already shown you. So these we are implementing here into our system, and these are all the other additional types, and I will also talk about this thing here. So let me scroll down to postal codes majorly. Okay, so postal code meaning when you implement postal codes into the schema, now Google knows these are all the nearby area and postal codes that this client wants to rank for, and Google will help Google have a more context and the process behind to show where this business is trying to solve, so that you give more clarity to the Google where you should rank. Okay, so these are all the postal codes. This is the way that we do, and if you already are not starting to implement, start implementing these things into your schema too. And let me scroll down here. Now I'll give another the quick example. Whenever you are into, let's say, some location, if you want to call your friend to come to that location, how do you explain it? How do you explain to him or her? You would probably say, hey, I am the left side of this building. Hey, where I am, like, there is in after this much of distance, there is this gas station. Come there, I'm there. So those kinds of information that you give, right? So similarly, when we give proper those kinds of the landmarks, those kinds of all the nearby areas to the Google understands and knows, oh, okay, so these guys are serving in all these nearby locations, all these landmarks, all these things. So Google has a more connection, and it understands where, you know like uh, like whenever people are searching from all those nearby locations, who they should recommend. It should be you, because you are talking about all those landmarks, you are talking about all those things that Google is actually looking for to to recommend you as one of the best solution in certain xyz area that you solve. So go ahead and start implementing all these things, and I will just give an example of this one. Let's take Cambrian Park. Okay, so this Cambrian Park is one of the nearby location of where our client is trying to solve, and then this is the actual Google map of that Cambrian Park. So as this client is in the like the California, there could be another Cambrian Park in the, let's say, in Canada too. But if you are just giving proper Google map location and link like this, now Google understands, hey, Cambrian Park is not of a Canada or another country's Cambrian Park, it is about this specific location. Okay, so that kind of things you need to start implementing. And as I said in the previous the resources that I have shared, the insights, the research papers that I have shared, and it was showing that Wikipedia is also one of the major cited website, right? Then this is where the beauty is, because we are also giving the link back to the Wikipedia. It means we are not like it means now Google has way more connection, way more resources, or way more context behind all these locations that you serve, all these services that you provide. So this way, when you give link to the Wikipedia, and when Google builds its knowledge base, it just do not do from a website like yours and mine. It does from a website like resources like Wikipedia, and that's where we are giving the link of the direct Wikipedia here, and not just the nearby landmarks. We are also giving the Wikipedia link of the clients, all the uh, the services they provide. For example, if it is about the sewer service, then we are giving proper Wikipedia link of the sewer service like this. If the if your business provides, let's say, repiping, then you need to give a proper resource like the repiping, so that Google can understand and make proper connection. Hey, okay, so because Wikipedia is the source, the trusted, most authentic source when it comes to uh, a source for a Google to build its knowledge base. Okay, so if also let me open up another one, plumbing. If you go here, see, there are all these Wikipedia. Now when you give resources like this, you don't have to give all the context. Google is smart enough to understand, learn, and all of these things, and this is the magic that happens, and this is the result. The result that we have achieved is, the process, the output of all these different process. And this way, if you start implementing all the, postal codes, all the landmarks, all the resources, the Wikipedia and everything, and then when you are open, when you are closed, and what is your major, let's say, the uniqueness of your business. Some business do provide same day service, some business do not provide same day service. So all of these kinds of things, when you start to implement, now Google, ChatGPT, every resource has a way to build that internal authority. Okay, so external authority, you will get it from the external sources like Wikipedia, Reddit, the multiple other brand mentions and those kinds of things. The internal authority you'll get from the schema. And when you already have a greater content dialed in, you have all the structure properly followed up, the way you, whatever, how the way that you need to be setting up your service, you have set it up the same way. The way that you need to be setting up your location pages, you have set it up the same way. And on top of that, you are building the schema this way. Now it means you are giving a signal, complete signal to a Google that, hey, you are the one most trusted source. Because when it comes to Google recommendation, everything that it matters for a Google is also, it's about the how efficient, how cost effective for Google to recommend you. Because like, there are not only in your whatever location the service that you provide, you are not only the one company that provides service in that location, right? There are multiple different other plumbing and HVAC businesses that do provide service in that uh, specific location. But now, if it is way much cost effective for Google to recommend your competitors, they are not going to recommend you. They are going to recommend those competitors. Now your overall objective also should be is to make it efficient for Google, make it easier and cost effective for a Google to start making that recommendation that you are one of the best. And you can do those by two things, just wrapping up things. Number one, with the internal authority. Number two, with the external authority. Internal authority, this is the way that you need to be capturing into the internal authority. For external authority, the other, the things and activities that you can do beyond your website. That's the magic. That's how you need to be playing. And yeah, this is what brings the result, guys. Okay, so now let me give you that special gift which I was talking about, and it is, I am giving away 30-minute consultation call for everyone who has joined this live, or whoever is watching this replay. This is for a limited time. I'm giving the 30-minute consultation, direct consultation call with me, where I will analyze your website. I will look into your competitors. I will look into what is going wrong into your business, what is right, and what you need to double down on. And if there is anything that needs to be, improved, I'm going to give you the right recommendation. And if you are looking to get help from experts like us, who actually know the system, who actually does the research, and who has the lab, who has the, all the process and things and system built in, then if you need our help, fantastic, we are ready to help. For some reason, let's say if you are not right fit for us, then still I'm going to give you clarity to go to the next right step. And either in this screen that you are seeing right now, either go to this URL, rankmeetup.net/call, or scan this QR code and then book a consultation call with me. I am ready to help you there. So yeah, hope this helps, and have a good time. So thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. And yeah, it was an amazing. So many people are still commenting. So many people are still watching me live. So yeah, thank you so much. Take an action, guys. action takers are the business winners. Okay, so take an action. Hope this video was helpful, hope this live was helpful, and see you in the other one. Thank you, have a good time.